Liberia Munduru, the Senior Operations Coordinator at Rice West Nile in charge of Cyril project, said the project commenced on September 2022 and will phase out in December 30th, 2025. The two sites were handed over on Tuesday in Koboko and Thursday in Obongi District. The project supports social structure of food security, nutrition and sexual reproductive health rights, and boosts food production during off-season.
So this particular activity has a total budget of 50,768,000 for both Obongi and Koboko constructions. So we're going to do surface water construction for small scale, movable. We're going to have the different irrigation systems that are going to be put here, but the communities have provided land. Now, one important thing here is that Rice West Nile has no interest in the land of the community. We are doing this to support this community of Loble. We are doing it for them to grow. We are doing it for them to come out of poverty, because we have three key pillars of this project. The first pillar of this project is food security and nutrition. The second pillar of this project is income security. And the third pillar, which is very important, is climate resilience. A reason as to why we have put out messages related to climate resilience for people to know that all we want is the issue to improve livelihoods of the refugees and host communities.
In Koboko, Omia Agribusiness is contracted to undertake the installation of the irrigation system, where the community in Yambura village in Lobule sub-county have offered 10 acres of land. The landlord Rashid Agele, who offered the land to support Angeli Women Group for off-season production, will benefit from a fish pond for fish farming and a separate farm for growing vegetables.
8 acres are waiting to be in this project. I dig the greens.
The continuity of the project is key for the farmers, and this will be achieved through extended services from Omia Agribusiness that has been contracted to install the solar irrigation system. The group also have Village Savings and Loans Association, VSLA, which will keep the women together. Habib Ndema, the engineer for Omia Agribusiness, said the irrigation project has a design of using renewable energy from the sun to power with solar energy from surface water source.
We'll look at the sun, which is our main problem, as its own solution. How? We're going to use solar energy. Solar energy is this type of system we are designing against. It will be a simple surface pump, as we had seen earlier with the water source, being that it's a surface water source. This would have the capacity to send water to a garden about 500 meters away. This garden will be driven through 3 different systems. The first system is drip system. The second would be drag hose. The third would be sprinkler. These are 3 different systems that help a farmer understand better what crops he could put in different arenas. But the target is, we want to help the farmer, aside from benefiting and producing all year through, we also want to show them the different technologies, because if it was just for production, we would pick one system, say drip, and install for the whole acreage. This would actually limit their learning factor. But you find drip system has a different expense from a sprinkler system. And with the sprinkler system, you find we set it in a way that it can take care of a certain number of crops. And thirdly, we have the drag hose. For someone who may not be able to afford a drip or sprinkler, we bring in the drag hose, such that it's easier. It's a bit tedious, but at the end of the day, irrigation is made easier with pipes.
David Abili, the commandant, Lobule Refugee Settlement, says the support for livelihood will promote peaceful coexistence, and this makes the communities appreciate efforts of the partners and government.
These communities, us and the refugees, and according to me, it is also helping us in peaceful coexistence, because everybody is benefiting. In the past, people used to say that partners are only supporting refugees, but now we have changed the talk. Now we are supporting both refugees and the host community, and it's a good gesture which every partner who is coming to work in Lubule refugee settlement should follow. You know, with the reduction of funding from the donors, nowadays we are seeing partners like Rice West Nile coming to support. They are supplementing what the government is supposed to do, because government alone cannot do it all.
For Obongi District, Koreedi Enterprises has been contracted to install the irrigation system. The benefiting refugees explain the benefit.
Things like tomato, things like cabbage, then it will get raw, it will get spoiled all with the rains. Then that's why those challenges we start to try to request from Rice West Nile. Then from there at least they come and they approve for us irrigation system like a solar. So that's why now you can see us now, we are continue, either we are going on. And last time we've been getting vegetables from Kampala, from somewhere. So but this time at least we wanted it to be get from our group.
Project come, we shall get some different from this land that we have worked. These days we have faced the problem because there is no water, but now if that project bring the system, we know that we are going to be good.
Martin Guli, the agricultural officer of Obongi District, says they are faced with the challenge of low rainfall patterns along the Nile belt.
From December up to late February, and we initially get our first rains in March. But for over a period of 6 to 10 years now, change in the rain patterns have exposed us to prolonged droughts that can extend from early November up to April. Those are 5 months, literally. So you say the impact of climate change is hitting Obongi really hard. So in addressing these challenges, there are other methods of climate smart agriculture, but micro-scale irrigation that we're implementing here is one key milestone solution to this, because these communities who are going to benefit from this project are going to produce year in, year out.
The irrigation project will solve the challenge of climate change and promote food production all year round for the refugees and host communities. Report compiled by Robert Ariaka for the news in West Nile region.